I'm Wade,
I'm Chris.
and we're with Pierce.
We focus mainly on work trucks, work trailers, and that kind of industry.
Yes.
But that does not limit us. We can go in just about any field as long as it's 12, 24 volt operated.
Y'all are asking if y'all should go wired or wireless. So, Chris, what should they do?
Both.
Both, yeah. Easy.
Why not?
Problem solved, short video.
Really depends on what your needs are. What the application is will limit you as to what your need might be. What your want might be. That can always vary. You might want something that we can't do. We'll be honest with you and tell you straight out, we cannot do that. It's unsafe or it just won't work. I'd love to sell you anything, but I don't want to sell you something that's not going to work.
Well, we'll start with winches. We sell winches. Of course, we've had our own line for years. If someone has a winch, say on a trailer, car hauler, what kind of control would you recommend them?
I would recommend a wireless just for safety. But in the event that you lose your remote, something happens, you run over it, any kind of issue you might have with the wireless, it's always good to have a backup wired remote.
Explain what the safety benefit would be of that.
The safety benefit is it's just maneuverability. You don't have to be right there at it. A lot of the winching that we see is on the towing industry, whether it be a car hauler or something like that. That's the most typical application of a winch.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is trying to pull that car, vehicle, whatever it is, up onto a trailer. How do you steer it?
Okay.
Inside the vehicle, is it already tied down? How do you winch in? If the car is trying to drift to the left, you need to steer it. If you're by yourself, you can't be 20 feet over here while the car is here trying to drag one way or the other. So with a wireless, you could actually be in or at the vehicle steering and maneuvering it properly.
So that can eliminate having an extra person have to be there to help. So
absolutely
there's a benefit there as well. Okay. Why would somebody want to go with a wired control in that situation, maybe over a wireless?
Some people would go for safety reasons just because they have a fear of interference and stuff like that. A lot of the controls that you'll find on the market are cheaply made. We try to stay away from that. Over the years, we've had some imported controls, and we've just found the ones that we currently offer just far superior. That the safety aspect of them kind of eliminates the issues that we've had in the past and that the market has seen over the years. But usually it's kind of a fear of the unknown for the wireless. I think now we don't really see many people wanting the wired for any reason if they can go wireless. Most of the time, it's just a cost perspective. The wireless is going to cost a little bit more. Okay. Some people don't know that the wireless is available.
The only thing I've heard from customers in the past maybe was to have a wired control nearby, enforce that someone wouldn't walk off with the pendant and be operating the equipment out of visible range. Because the range on our systems, what are they now? About 150 feet?
You should get a minimum of 150 feet on any of our wireless controls.
Their fear was that somebody could, irresponsibly walk off and just start pushing buttons far away from the equipment. But that's more of a user error, dangerous user practice with anything.
If it's in operation and somebody walks off with it, I mean, that's something that nobody could control if somebody were just to walk off with it. If you're looking for unintended operation, that would be an equipment installation issue where you should have had it cut off to where the operator couldn't control it unintentionally.
Okay.
So a cutoff switch or some type of device like that where your equipment doesn't have power entirely eliminates that.
Well, Chris, it's time for yellow cards, or yellow card time, or
FAQ.
as I call it, soccer penalty time, whatever we want to call this thing. Yellow card moment.
Let's go.
Let's go. Well, let's see our first one. Questions from customers.
What do we got?
Mary asks, how long should my cable length be? Referring to the cord on the remote, I believe.
On a remote, it's typically based around the application. Again, it's going to be what your needs and what your wants are. You might need to be 50 feet away. You might want to be 50 feet away. I personally wouldn't want to have to deal with that tangled mess of 50 feet of wire. I'm also concerned about the amperage drop that you would have with that length of cable.
Okay.
Anytime you're extending the length of your wire, you also need to increase the gauge of your wire to handle that amp loss. And it's just not feasible to go up to the gauges needed to achieve that 50 foot of wire. Typically, we'll try and keep it around 20, maybe 25 feet.
Okay.
How long does it need to be? It's really kind of based on the application. We like to keep it down to 25 feet or less. Anything beyond that, I'll try and push you over to a wireless, and unless there's a need not to do it. But usually 25 feet is kind of where we like to keep it.
Okay. So there's your answer, Mary. How long do you need it? Just go with that.
25 feet, maybe.
That's good. No, that's helpful. And yeah, it's certainly you consider that the amperage drop happens as the longer you get and can lose performance or not activate what you need to. Great. Okay. Good question, Mary.
That's it for today.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
And poke.
Oh, yeah. Comment below. And yeah, poke us if you're on Facebook. Do they still poke on
I don't
Facebook?
think so, but we're going to do it anyway.
Yeah. Stop poking me.